So in this video, we're going to walk through migrating a project from one robo server, which could be a development environment, to another robo server, which could be a non-production or a test environment, or any of the like. It could be from one, we just going from one environment to another environment. We're going to walk through. I've created a simple, real quick robot that will automate your backups. Maybe something that you might want to think about doing as well. So for starting out, we are going to notice that we are running on two different management consoles. Here I've highlighted it. You can see we're on 10.3.166, and then here we are at 10.3.06.289. So we're two different versions of Kapow. This has just got the latest revision on it. This is actually running on my local laptop. This is operating on a server that I have up and running here. And so we're connected to both management consoles. Again, notice you can actually tell the difference in the IP address. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a backup of a particular project, and we are going to export that project out. So here we're going to do export the project. We're going to choose which project we want to export. We're going to do the CDD automation. We'll create an export, and then we'll click the download, and we'll see it's loaded here in the folder. So what we can do now is we can go to our next environment. We go to our backups, and we're going to import that project. So we can tell it import the schedules. We don't want to do any schedules. We just want the robots. We want resources, any caplets, and any permissions. So we're going to browse to that particular folder. And there it is. And we will now import it. And we'll notice it was successful. And if we sort this by projects, there's our CDD automation. And that's essentially it. So now if I go to my design studio, I can look in my shared resources. So here I have both of the management consoles, both environments through my design studio. And you'll notice that we can refresh this, and we have the latest environment. So I can go ahead and download this, and we're going to download that. So now I have a local copy of all those robots on my laptop where I can make any changes. Let's just say, for instance, I made a change to this particular robot here. We're going to add just a quick node into it. And we're just going to make it a nothing. And we'll save that. And let's just say, oops. There we go. We want to now upload that back to our environment. We can upload it back up into the server. So that's how I would take a project that I was working on, export it out from one environment, and then import it into a new environment. That's one way of doing it. So let me get rid of this. Save it. And now let's go ahead and look at the synchronization. And we'll see that this one needs to be uploaded. And now it's uploaded. It's synchronized with the robo server. So let's go back quickly. So all the instructions on how to make backups and exporting a project. When you're exporting a project, you have to select the desired project, export it out, and click Save to download it. And then importing it is essentially the same thing. What we just walked through is to import the project. You can select which options you want to import, click Import, and you've imported the new project. So let's look at taking backups. If you do this from a manual perspective, essentially it's the same thing. Here, let's go to this environment here. We're going to create a backup, and that just takes everything that's there and zips it all up into a file. And then now, if I show this in folder, there's the backup that I just took. So how could we automate this? So I've built a real quick robot that essentially, here's what we're going to do is we're looking to see if the file exists in here. This is just a little bit of error handling I put into it. We're going to load up the management console. We're going to just essentially use the robot to step through the same steps that I just executed manually. So it will create the backup. Extract the target and load it to the file. So let me reset this back and we're going to run it in the debug mode. So if we go look in our folder, let's see, I have it. This could be a network folder somewhere that you're using. Kapow backup. So I have one that I took yesterday. So let me move this off to the side real quick. Put this in debug mode and let's let it run. And there you go. You see that it created the backup for today. So what I can do now, since I've created this one, let me pick a design. We're going to save it. Let's go and upload this. Let's upload this. Find the automated backup. There it is. So now let's go back to our schedules. And we are going to create a schedule. So let's go. Let's just say nightly backups. So we want to do this every day. And what time do we want to do it? We want to do it at for demonstration purposes, we'll do 11:17. Let's add our job, a single robot. Finish. Save. So this should run here in a minute. Let's go ahead and get rid of our backup here because it's not going to operate if it's there. And this will kick off here in a minute. And there you go. You saw it run, and it uploaded the new backup file to the drive that we wanted it to go to. So that's essentially a quick overview of how to do backups, how to migrate a project from one environment to another. Just an example of so if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email, and thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a good day.